So Umar, he used to go out with 100 men at least. One day he went out with only 40 men. So the informants, they told the Italians, he's weak today. He doesn't have a lot of people guarding him. So he went to cross a river. And when to cross the river, you have to expose yourself to the enemies. So they saw him crossing the river, and then they came with all of their armored trucks. And his men tried to fight them off. And Umar himself was fighting them, but they hit him in the arm, and they killed his horse. And so the horse fell down, and his arm was crushed under his horse and broke his arm. So then he had no way to fight. He pulled his arm, and his other arm is injured, and he ran up into the trees. But they saw him, and they didn't know who he was, but he was very famous at that time. He had been negotiating with them. They didn't realize who he was, but they captured him. And his men tried to come back and save him, but it was too hard. They fought them with machine guns. All of his men got killed. They wouldn't, and he was captured by Graziani, and they took him to Benghazi. Benghazi was their capital, and they said during he had to go by ship. They put him in chains, even though his arms were broken. You can see the pictures. You might see some pictures. He's wearing all of these chains, even though his arms are broken. And they tried to tell him, if you get your men to surrender, we'll give you leniency, we'll take care of you. He said, my men will never surrender. We're sworn to fight. Either we win or we die in the way of Allah. So they took him, and they had the head of the Graziani talks to him. He had some glasses. If you saw the movie, these glasses, Graziani found them in one of the battles, and they said, this is Omar Mukhtar's glasses. And he said, he showed it to him. He said, these are your glasses? He said, those are mine. Yes, I lost it in the battle. He said, I knew I was going to catch you one day and give you these. And then he told him, same thing, he tried to convince him to work with them, to co-opt him, and he refused. And so at his trial, very beautiful thing happened in the trial. His lawyer, he said, this man, he's fighting to save his land from his people. His religion tells him to stand up against the invaders. He's an Italian lawyer, but he's telling the court, he said, we have a law, but there's a greater law, which is the divine law, the law of God. And in the law of God, he's doing what's right. And the people were shocked to hear this, because it makes sense. Then they said, he's over 70 years old. He's an old man and completely white. What harm is he going to do? Just let him live in